Hello and welcome to my rundown of the best of the films of the 80s. Obviously this is just my opinion, so don't hate me too much. Anyway, let's get started. Number 10. Weird Science. This film, directed by John Hughes in 1985, tells the story of two uber nerds, Wyatt and Gary, who decide to create a woman using their computer. Total chaos ensues when it actually works. This film stars Anthony Michael Hall, Elam Mitchell-Smith, Kelly LeBrock, and two very young actors, namely Bill Paxton and Robert Downey Jr. Also look out for a cameo from Vernon Wells. Number 9. Rita Sue and Bob 2. This film from 1987 tells the story of two schoolgirls who embark on a relationship of sorts with a married 30-something father of the children they babysit. This film was directed by Alan Clark and has a cast including George Costigan, Siobhan Finneran and Michelle Holmes. It's set in Bradford, but basically it's in Thatcher's Britain. Number 8. Platoon. This film, directed by Oliver Stone, was released in 1986. Basically this film is about the Vietnam conflict and the first movie in Stone's Vietnam War trilogy. It has all-star cast including Charlie Sheen, Tom Berenger, Willem Dafoe, Forest Whitaker and just so many more that I haven't really got time to name. Number 7. Heathers. Heathers was a film which was released in 1988 starring Christian Slater, Winona Ryder and Shannon Doherty. Directed by Michael Lehman, this story tells the tale of Veronica Sawyer, whose constant annoyance at the Heathers is remedied by bad boy JD. This film is a must for all 80s teen flick fans. Number 6. Uncle Buck. The late great John Candy stars in what I consider to be his best film. Directed by John Hughes and released in 1989, this film also stars a very young Macaulay Culkin, who at the time was still a cutie and not the skinny mess that we see today. Buck is an unwanted member of the family until they need a favour. The funniest bits in my opinion include his visit to the principal and the kidnapping of Bug. Number 5. Casualties of War. Released in 1989, this thought-provoking film directed by Brian De Palma centres on the very ugly side of the Vietnam conflict. Based on a true story, the film follows a soldier, Max Erikson, played by Michael J. Fox, in a quest for justice after some of his fellow soldiers rape and murder a Vietnamese woman. Supporting cast include Sean Penn, John C. Reilly and John Leguizamo. Number 4. The Breakfast Club. One of the most popular John Hughes Brat Pack films. This film features Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson, Anthony Michael Hall, Molly Ringwald and Ali Sheedy. It was released in 1985 and has become a cult classic. Basically, it's just about lots of different teenagers from all different genres, the jock, the princess, the thief, all coming together for detention on a Saturday morning. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend a watch. Number 3. Stand By Me. Based on the Stephen King story The Body, this Rob Reiner film, released in 1986, focuses on loss, friendship and hope. A catapulting movie for the likes of Kiefer Sutherland and River Phoenix. It also had a cast of Corey Feldman, Will Wheaton and Jerry O'Connell as stars. 4 friends set off to find a local dead kid's body, but discover more about themselves along the way. Number 2. Mannequin. Cheesy, I know, but man falls in love with a shop mannequin in this 1987 movie directed by Michael Gottlieb. It stars Kim Cattrall and Andrew McCarthy. Basically, the main reason why I love this film is just it's the first VHS I ever owned. Number 1. Dirty Dancing. Directed by Emil Odolano and starring Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, this film relates to every young girl's dream of falling in love. Baby is a straight-laced girl when she meets wild dancer Johnny whilst on holiday in the Catskills Mountains. A thundering soundtrack also adds to its appeal. If you haven't seen it, go out and rent it now. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Feel free to leave a comment below.